To myself here. Alright. I guess you could call this a rant. I guess you can call this a lecture, a talk, whatever you want to label it. I don't live for labels, but we're going to talk about depression today. I myself am depressed at the moment for a lot of personal reasons, but I'm not going to go into that. What I am going to go into is how you release depression. There's a lot of ways people get depression out of their system. They have anger problems. They cry a lot. Or they resort to the worst thing possible, and that's self-harming themselves. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's a solution for your depression. I don't think that's sufficient enough or even worth doing whatsoever. I'm not saying the people who do self-harm themselves are stupid. They're not. I do know people who do self-harm themselves very badly. And certainly know they're not stupid at all. They indeed have more common sense than I do. And I don't think a person in this world should resort to that kind of thing. I hate to refer to this because, I'm not big on Catholic social teachings, but people deserve the right to live. Now, the Catholic Church says, oh, you kill yourself, you're going to hell. Oh, you kill a baby, you're going to hell. I don't believe that. But I do believe that everybody has a right to live and has a right to be loved. And that's what self-harming people do. They lack that sense of love in their lives. And I've noticed that for a while now. Which is why I have taken upon myself to do what I can do. And that's the opposite of bullying. I love people a lot. I tell them how beautiful they are, how much talented they are, how jealous I am because of their lives, or just something that they think they could take as a compliment, you know? Because that's when people cut themselves, when people harm themselves, burn themselves, they don't think they're worth anything. They don't receive that kind of love in their lives. And I guess you could say that's why I have a lot of fours. If you don't know what a four is, or you don't know what the Enneagram, I forgot what it's called, Enneagram personality thing is, please go look it up on Google. Trust me, it'll be worth your time. I know you're going to learn a lot about yourself. But back to the topic, I have a lot of depressing friends. I have a lot of friends who have problems. I can relate to those people, and they can relate to me. The thing is, why I keep them, why they were so much to me, it's because the lessons they teach me. I learned from one of my very closest friends that self-harming yourself is not the solution. And I'm very proud of her right now because she said on Tumblr that she's not going to do it anymore. She's finally realized that she's worth something in this world. Now, I don't know if I had a part with that or if that was a self-realization she had, but I'm really proud of her. And I hope she can stick to it. Not going to mention her name, though. I think once she watches this, she knows who she is. But the thing is, if you know somebody that hurts themselves, that cuts, burns, pulls out their hair, starves, anything to degrade themselves or to make themselves feel better, tell them how much you love them. Tell them how much you're worth in their lives. Because when people self-harm themselves and they do it over and over again, it's going to become an addiction. And it's going to get to the point where they're going to hurt themselves so deep or so much that they can go into the hospital, or, God forbid, they can die. And you're going to sit there and regret how much you didn't tell them how much you're worth to them. And that's what I try to do every day to people I love. I tell them how much I love them. Now, I necessarily don't get that response back. Not all the time, but I do. And I do think it helps people not to hurt themselves. Everyone is worse than me in this world, but not everybody knows it. And that's all I gotta say.